credit to Chris and his crew. Lose 9 in a row, and they didn't quit. They played great. This is a very talented Ohio State team on the offensive side, but very disappointing from our standpoint. I think it all starts with 23-9 at half on the glass when we're one of the top rebounding teams in the Big Ten, and I think they're 14th on the defensive side, and we have no offensive rebounds, so to speak, and we missed a bunch of shots. We've had 2 of these games now where, liking back to the Indiana game today, we had no life. We had nothing. It didn't matter. And when we get this way, we not only become poor on the defensive side, we don't execute. And we responded a little bit for a short time and got it to 1. And then they end the game with making their last 7. So my hat's off to Chris and his group, but very disappointed with our crew today in terms of the execution and the effort that it took to win a game on the road in the Big Ten.
Brad, I mean, you mentioned no life, maybe against Indiana today, big deficit, in the first half today and Thursday against Northwestern. Is there something that ties those together here in the last week plus where maybe you're getting that?
I don't know. I've been it's our 4th game in 8 days. We had the COVID game thrown in there. I'm not making an excuse. My teams have never done that. So I don't know. We took Friday off. We didn't do anything. We thought giving them a day away after the emotional game with Northwestern, giving them a day off would help. We came back yesterday, and had a decent practice. So I don't know, but we don't have quite the fire and the bite right now, that was frustrating. We didn't have it today anyway.
Brad, how much of an issue do you have with the volume of threes? You guys shot almost half your field goal attempts.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And it's just, and the problem is they're hard ones. We're last in the league for a reason. And yet our OER is 1.4 when we touch the paint and then shoot them. I mean, our OER is electric when we touch the paint. We're the top 2-point field goal team in the league. And yet it's just like I said, it goes with the day. I mean, off balance, hard shots, falling even in the paint, falling down, leaning back. There was just nothing there, and we've got to get Dane going. We can't get where we want to go without Dane. He's got to be nastier and tougher on the glass, and we knew this one would be hard because they play small a lot without Zed. But yeah, I'm not. I've never been one to tell guys not to shoot it, but we're getting really close.
You mentioned maybe not having fire in the bite. Just how does a team find that? I mean,
I can't go play for them. I can peel paint in the locker room if you'd like me to, but I can't go play for them. And it's got to be an internal deal. They've got to want to go do that. And we got a lot to play for, and we're a very good basketball team. But it's like the other night we tried to find the right 5. I thought Jaden Epps played better tonight, but we're just playing with no nasty, with no grit right now. And as much grit as I thought we had in the second half against Northwestern, we gave it all back today.
You kind of talked about that OER touching the paint. Was there anything Ohio State did particularly to make it kind of tough for you guys to get inside early?
No, we destroyed them in the first game, touching the paint. It didn't have anything to do. It had everything to do with us not executing, not setting screens. The ball stuck. It's why I got rid of the 5-out stuff. We were running early. Nobody cut. We didn't execute anything. I mean, we hurt them a lot in spread, and today we just don't run it. And, I mean, guys didn't cut, and that's on me. That's on me. It's my job. It's my job to get them to execute offense.
So, Brad, it looked like Dane actually has some mismatches out there. What can you guys do to get him some more touches in the low post?
Yeah, there's no doubt. I mean, and then there's a mismatch on the other end. You know, they play likely at the 5 a lot, and you know, in his earlier days, he was a point guard. You know, and you know, so he's an elite ball handler. He's a very good driver of the ball. So that mismatch works two ways as well. And you know, we tried first 2 plays the second half to get him touches. You know, he got one blocked and then fumbled one. But you know, that's a tough day. We'll be back.
Brad, you know what the league does to freshmen, especially high-level freshmen, as the season goes on. Bruce Thornton was really struggling the last time you guys played. What was it like preparing for him this time compared to last time, and what did you see from him, I guess, compared to the last time?
Yeah, I mean, he's got a body that allows him to play in the Big Ten. So, you know, it's a matter of time before, you know, there's the ability to gain some confidence. You know, Bruce is a terrific shooter. We all saw him on the circuit. You know, and he's never going to dazzle you with his speed, you know, or his quickness. But you know, we never put him in harm's way on the other end, and you know, that was something I thought we did a much better job of the first time. But he's just a much more confident player, and you know, everybody knows he can shoot it, and you know, he's picking his spots extremely well.
Get Dane going. Jaden's also had a bit of a tough patch here. What are you seeing from him the last couple of games?
Yeah, he was better today. He was better. He's still, you know, he's a freshman, and again, it's you know, it's not always easy, and you got to find a way to get out of those tough times. And you know, it's very hard for young guys to work through that sometimes. And you know, we stuck with him. He didn't play a great game the other night against Northwestern, but he was back in the lineup today, and we're going to continue to work with him. And you know, he's you know, he got a 3 to go, which was a big help, and we need his scoring.
Seen anything in the last week and a half or so that maybe predicted this lack of bite that you talk about, or is this kind of? No,
I mean, lack of practice, maybe. I mean, 4 games in 8 days, and you know, you're. I mean, I thought we played our tail off at Indiana. I mean, we're without Terrence, and we got our back against the wall, and you know, had an opportunity to win that game, and just came up, you know, a little bit short. We fought in that game, and you know, we did what we had to do against Minnesota. You know, and I thought we got off to a great start. We had great energy in that game, and beyond that, I don't know. I don't know if it's tired mentally, physically. We better not be. You know, that's why you do all this stuff to prepare for this time of year. And you know, I thought we could ride the high of the Northwestern game and really build on that. We tried to talk about that a lot, but you know, again, it's tough day.
With the first half rebounding, was it the margin that troubled you, or was it the one offensive rebound on 19 misses? Like, what's the bigger impact?
Both. All that. I mean, how do you win on the road? My teams have always won on the road because we guard and we offensive rebound. And when the night, you always try to figure out how do you win on the road. There's a reason we've won more games than anybody in the league in the last 4 years. Those 2 things, period. We offensive rebound our ass off, and we guard and play hard. So the nights like tonight, when the ball doesn't go in and there's 19 of them, our goal, and it's up there every single game, is to get 40% of our misses back. It's not the first time they heard it. I didn't just make that up. That's all we talk about every single day and every game. It's on the board multiple times every single game. Get 40% of your misses back. And that's how you win on the road, in my opinion, and along with taking care of the ball. Because we can't predict whether that thing goes in every night. And so 1 on 19 misses, and then be down 23-9, and whew, excuse me.
Your next game is in March. How much are you still searching for that consistency? And have you ever had a team quite like this that's so up and down on a roller coaster ride?
No. And yes, we're looking. I mean, we got to find 5 guys right now that play hard and execute. I mean, we know who we want to be, and we know what we can be. But we got to, it's not a time for guys to be in their feelings. It's not a time to. It's time to rally. And we did that the other night. We got a great group of guys in the locker room. Believe in all of them. And they've all had moments this year where they've been good and bad. That's a season. And like I said, I think it's more about just a bad day, being tired, 4 games in 8 days. But yet we've got to play 4 games in 4 days. So we got to find a way to rally around that.
He usually is your first sub off the bench. He played 28 minutes, but can Ty Rodgers be somebody that you can kind of get some energy out of, or do you need him off the bench to bring what he does?
To be determined, but yes, Ty Rodgers has become extremely consistent for us, and both as a defender, as a playmaker, as a rebounder. I think he's one of the elite rebounders in our league, especially for his size, and yet. We got to find that level of balance off the bench starting, whatever that is. But yes.